Nominated for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge by Ben Parker. And as always, I ran the numbers and decided what if the Ice Bucket Challenge were run mathematically. Now, this is assuming that every person nominated 3 people, and those 3 people nominated 3 people, and everybody did it, and so on. It starts with the start date. In order to start it mathematically, you have to know when you're starting. According to online sources, it was either the 14th or the 15th. In the long run, it's not going to make a difference, so I'm sticking with July 15th. Now, this all comes down to exponential growth. On day 0, there is 1 person who has nominated someone. They have nominated 3 people, so by the end of day 1, there are 3 more newcomers. Then 9 on day 2, 27 on day 3, and so on. That's explained mathematically by 3 to the n, where n is the number of days. But that's not what we want. What we want is the summation, which is this giant sigma, which means add all of those numbers up. And that's done by this formula right here. Now, this has been going on for a month now, so the big question is, how long till everyone in America gets iced? The US population is about 313 million. I calculated that between August 1st and 2nd, which were 17 and 18 days later, we would pass that number. After 17 days, 193 million should have theoretically been iced, and 581 after August 2nd. That's really quickly. That's a lot of million of people. That's what exponential growth does. But the very interesting thing is how long it would take the entire world. Keep in mind, if everyone does it in the 24-hour span, it should have taken until August 4th, which is 20 days later, to take 75% of the world out in the Ice Bucket Challenge. 21 days later, August 5th, should have had the world twice over, and a little bit more, having been iced. Which brings us to today and tomorrow. At the end of today, August 19th, if everyone had done 3 for 3 for 3, you should have been able to go across the world and everyone should have been iced individually over 10 million times apiece. By tomorrow, you should have been iced over 31 million times apiece. Which brings us to the fun, what happens with the money? According to the ALS Foundation today, they had raised a little over 22.9 million, which is awesome and represented by 1 smiley face. If, in my mathematical sequencing, you had figured out how many that would work out to if everyone kept passing it on to 3 people every day, it would be 32,751,000 smiley faces, or a total of $750 quadrillion. Now obviously this doesn't make any sense because you would run out of fresh water and money. Enough math. I am nominating my wife, who is filming right now, Erin Belanc. I am nominating an old friend, Daniel Branscombe, and I am nominating Randall Munroe, who wrote all of the what-ifs on the internet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Oh, man.